Hey there everyone, today is October 7th, 2012. Of course it's NaNoPlamo, the planning month before NaNoWriMo actually begins. If you watched the videos from last year, you might remember me. I use the username Professor Draco. And this video is kind of an impromptu video to answer a question that was asked yesterday by Ash Draws. There may be a more comprehensive video that we do a little bit later on, but I wanted to at least give you something now, kind of in somewhat of an immediate sense, to get you going for this month and planning your novel for November. So there are so many different ways to start planning to write a novel that many books have been written about it. And this video is going to be a continuous one, just like my vlog style. So it's not going to have all the jump cuts and things like that. But here we go. Some of the things to do whenever you're going to start planning to write a novel. You want to have a character. Get a character in mind, their personality traits, likes and dislikes, some of their background. Maybe, did they have anything significant in their past, the way they grew up? Did they grow up in a broken home or a poor home, a rich home? Is there something that makes them a little bit different that kind of adds to their story and made them who they are? What kind of work do they do? Are they in college, or what kind of education do they have? Have these things in mind. Maybe write down a list of these characteristics. And then you want to have maybe some of their thoughts and ideas on some of the issues that will be raised in the book, just so you know what that character's feelings are on those issues if they come up in the book, or when they come up in the book, and how they might respond to them. You don't have to know exactly how they would respond to them just yet. And that's part of the fun of actually writing it out, is you take your characters, you know who they are and what kind of personalities they have, and you put them into these situations. And then you write it out and you see what happens. So you're kind of learning what's going on as you're writing it. So that's one thing. You want to have maybe a couple supporting characters. Oh, my eye. Okay, I can see. So supporting characters, like if there's a best friend, or if it's a mother or father relative, someone else that's important to the story, or a couple other people, you might want to do the same thing for them and kind of have like a character sketch is what they call it. So you kind of know a little bit about your characters and their education and background and all to work with, so you know how they might interact with each other. So that's as far as characters. Now the plot, that is something that you can either develop yourself as you write. It depends on how you want to do NaNoWriMo. Now, last year, I had an idea and kind of plotted out a little bit, not too much. The year before, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to start writing for NaNoWriMo. I just started writing, and I ended up writing like 84,000 words on a novel. So, for this month, focus on creating your character sketch, knowing who your characters are and what they're like, and get an idea of what situation do you want to throw them into to watch how they react to it. So you have your plot, and then you also need to know your setting. Is your setting going to be present day? Is it going to be in the past or the future? Where is it going to take place? Like, where in the world, or in what world? Are you going to create a world if you're going to do sci-fi? So you need to know those kind of things. Something that might help you this month, since you're doing planning, you could do some research, because every novel that is being written, some amount of research should probably be done. So if you're going to do anything related to law, crime, if you're doing anything on burglary, whatever, there have been books written on all those. You can find things all over the internet, and you can do a little bit of research and see if there was anything interesting, because things are actually more complicated than they may seem on the surface. And if you have those little details in there, just sprinkled here, and it doesn't have to be like a textbook on it, but just little things here and there, and you having more knowledge yourself, you're going to be able to write those scenes better. And it's going to give your scenes a more realistic feel, so people will be able to believe the world that you're creating for them as they're reading it. So besides character sketches, plot, and backgrounds, and settings, there's all kinds of different ways to plot out your book and plan it. Where you want the highs and the lows to be, and how long do you think you might want it to be. Those are just some basic ideas. So this is not a comprehensive review by any means. Perhaps this month we can get an actual video together. I can do some research and do a video where there are actually edited portions and you don't get all the extra little ums and pauses where I'm trying to think of what to say next. So that's a little bit to get you started, to get you thinking about it, and you want to get going pretty soon. So it gives you plenty of time this month to kind of tweak some little things and then be ready for November. Now remember, for NaNoWriMo, the rules are, they use an honor code, but the rules are that you don't actually start writing your story until November 1st. It can be 12 a.m. on November 1st. You can start writing, but before then you should not have started writing anything that you are going to be working on during November. But you can plan all you want. You can make outlines if you like. I do like to do outlines sometimes, then other times I just like to wing it. Like I said, 2010, I just winged it and that was it. Last year I did a little bit of planning, and I still got to figure out what I'm going to do this year. I'm a procrastinator, so yeah, that's a downfall of mine. But like I was saying, maybe we can do a more comprehensive review and kind of actually have some bullet points and things like that to go off on, to what you should actually consider doing for planning on what works for you. So hopefully this has helped some as far as getting you started. So just let us know in the comments below if you have any specific questions, and we'll do our best to answer those. And if we don't know the answers ourselves, then maybe we can find those answers for you, and then we'll both learn something, or we'll all learn something. So, yep, this has been me. Like I said, comments, questions, concerns down below in the comments, and then just watch for another video. Let us know if you'd like a more comprehensive review of how to plan your novel. And until then, we will be hanging out in the forums on our Facebook page, Twitter, so check those out. There'll be links to those below and in pretty much all the videos. That's what we plan. So we'll see you next time.